Hello to you. My friends and I are going to the sea tomorrow. It's still cold, of course, but it's still cool. Along the sea, we will ride a convertible of Zhiguli and prepare a little for the trip. We now have something very much flourishing pig theme, so everyone will be presented with belt buckles that say oink. Piggy is popular now. The buckles will look like this. Take my belt as an example. Well, such a type of piece of iron. Well, here I have bulls, crocodiles, and behind such a classic story, like a loop and a hook. Oink time. Of course, you can make one big and very thick buckle, but we will make 8. We will make one indicative. We will show the rest on time lapse. Both. Oink. But here we are, of course, without sentiment. Now we just weld it around the perimeter, then we'll clean it up, and that's it. Contrast? By contrast, now of course I can hear that it is possible to protect everything more carefully, but we understand that we are dealing with a pig. How are you? Oink? Oink oink. It seems like this, and top down seems good, right? In the center of this stuff should be. Something. Well, something like that. Did it work? Yes. Right? So it turns out like this, warm oink. Oink. In the last video about Aralchik, we showed you a gazelle. But the gazelle is not serious with us. This is just a mobile garage for Aralchik. Our permanent battle bus is here. Mercedes Sprinter, postal worker Deutschen Posten. And here, of course, we cook. There we have welders on fire. Everything is iron, metal, this is true, rusty smudges. We really like it. Of course, not everyone shares our tastes, but it doesn't matter. A mandatory element is a half grenade, a Copen grenade. As you understand, we have already established contact with the diggers. The artifact is cool. Tank headlights and a bull. We've always had these bulls, birds, crocodiles. Here we have a rusty and cool bull. We only had to travel a long distance on this bus once when it just got into our hands, to make sure that it is simply impossible for a passenger to travel here. There was absolutely no place here. Here is such a shelf, and here it stood like a bench for birds. So we did what? We sawed out this partition like a tin can, tipped it over there. Such iron inserts were inserted here, and now I, and my height is not small, can sit so calmly, comfortably, and the back is now at an angle, and not exactly straight. And put one foot on the other, enjoying the ride. Comfort, at a perfectly high level. In each of our cars, there is such a bird, or a bird similar to it. Because once, it was worth watching Mad Max Fury Road to start making such birds just constantly. And in this car, it is also covered with titanium nitride, and is like gold-plated. Chic, sophistication, and beauty. In Grey Rainy Street, Petersburg, you always want summer, so the partition is sheathed with artificial grass green, and has a round porthole, so that you can at any time make sure of what is happening in the back. Having a trunk on the roof, it was stupid not to make a ladder to the roof, but the standard classic beautiful painted ladders are not for us, so we generally have a piece of chain from the combine, and some corners here. Everything is naturally rusty and pleasant. And in the back, we have something interesting, in addition to a freshly repaired bender. It's not clear what yet, right? Let's imagine the situation. You're going such a long distance, you're tired and you want to lie down. There is no sleeping bag in the car, but there is an old screwdriver on the wall, connected directly to the battery. You took it like that, stuck it in the ceiling and twisted it. If you are familiar with our other videos, then you probably already understand that lifting suspended beds are our topic. And for this reason, we have installed one for ourselves, even on the bus. And the cool thing is that despite the fact that there is a load at the bottom, you can always put it down, lay down, rest it, put it away and roll on. But, also, it can already be told about all sorts of things there. Do you remember this from childhood? Barbie is a fabulous car house. Everything you need is in it. And sleep. And she's also rocking awesome. A video about a bed with springs, and how it sometimes descends from the ceiling, showed the mechanism of how it is arranged. And this is an even more primitive version of that mechanism. How does it work? The metal base is rectangular in shape, with slings coming out of it in each corner. Here they are adjustable in height. Then they rise, and there are no bearings this time, they just rub against a metal rod. Then, they are wound on an axis, the torque to which is transmitted from a mechanical gearbox. Everything is collected from the food using a stick and rope. And since we still wanted an electric drive, we took an old screwdriver, connected it directly to the battery. And here it comes in here, and you can clean up the whole thing. And that's it. And you can go on.